Hey everybody, welcome back. So we're sitting on top of the house here today because I thought it would be funny. Um, but you might remember that last episode we were running out of tools. So, and if we pop on the hotbar really quick, you'll see we're not looking great here on durability. And ironically, like the only thing I have left that has good durability is like my hammer and chisel and saw, which is kind of funny. I mean, I made like 4 chisels, so that kind of makes sense. We're getting what we deserve here with the making so many chisels, but um, so yeah, today we're gonna have to go get some more tin to make our bronze. Hopefully, I didn't mine all of the tin from the last place I found the tin in, and that will provide us some, or at least enough to kind of finish the house, you know. Um, Outside of that, my only other real goal today is to finish the house, and then I would also like to start on the story content. Um, so what that means basically is just that I need to make a tin bronze pickaxe to give to a trader. Any trader will do. Um, so we don't need to pick a specific trader. So we'll probably just give that to our agriculture guy. Um, Outside of that, hopefully as well, the crops will finish growing today too, or at least the flax, so we can start feeding the sheep and stuff, and get the animals really producing. I'm thinking we'll make a few more hen boxes so that hopefully we can get some more eggs, and those will be a pretty continuous source of protein for us because nutritionally we're lacking on both fruit and protein. So we're going to want to get more of that. Now, the eggs are good for protein, but fruit we're kind of just out of luck on. I don't think, as far as I'm aware, there's no way to really keep your fruit levels up during the winter, outside of preserving fruit and making like wine and stuff like that. So unfortunately, we're just gonna kind of have to suck it up and not have much fruit. But I'd like to get started on the story by at least learning the first location, and well, learning where the first location is, I should say. I honestly have no idea. I don't think we've explored far enough to actually run into it. It might be up here somewhere. It could be over here or over here somewhere. Really, it could be anywhere, to be honest. So I don't think we've just stumbled across it yet. But it is also still the 11th of November, and it's 0 degrees C right now. So the snow is setting in. We are getting a pretty consistent amount of snow now. So we're gonna be it's November, so we're probably gonna be snowed in for quite a while here, but that's all right. So our first order of business, let's go get some more tin. That's what we need right now. We're completely out. We don't have any tin left yet. We have nothing left. So let's go get some more tin. Alright, everybody. So we're back at base. These are the spoils. I ended up breaking that tin bronze pickaxe, so we've got 36 medium and 36 poor. So we've got about half a stack of each, poor and medium, which these are 1 nugget and 2 nuggets respectively. So we got 108 nuggets of cassiterite, and I'm gonna be totally honest here. I think at this point, that node is pretty much tapped out. But while I was there, I picked up some copper along the way, and I also got a lot of not a lot, but I got some brown coal and sulfur that was in that hole. So there's a ton of sulfur over there. So it is still worth going there at some point, just to get the extra resources. We've got a lot of brown coal now, and a lot of, and now we've got a good amount of tin bronze to get some more tin being made. Now, something interesting that happened. So it did manage to get down to -5 last night here, which means you can see some of our crops are cold damaged. So hopefully they will finish growing. I'm not sure if their growth gets paused when they're freezing or not, but hopefully they'll get finished up. Otherwise, we might just have to harvest them early so that they don't die. But it's only hitting -5 at night, so we hopefully won't need to do that, but we'll see. And I had some leather made that was just kind of sitting in a barrel, and it's good that it was because my armor is really messed up. So I'm gonna use that leather there to fix up my armor. Yeah. Oh, I got some sulfur too, which this isn't of a lot of use to me right now, but it will be later when it's time to make some proper healing items. That sulfur will come in handy at that point, but for now it doesn't have much use to us because we aren't really making any explosives or anything like that either. Although I think I probably... No, I don't have saltpeter, so I can't make that either. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a bunch more tin bronze. Make myself pretty much a whole new set of tools, to be entirely honest, because I really need some. I mean, I don't even have a pickaxe anymore. I probably don't need a hammer, but anything else I want to make myself? Yeah, we'll make a bunch of stuff. But yeah, oh, I also killed a sheep while I was out there. I found a Mouflon ram, so I took him out, got myself some protein, so we'll be eating good. But Quicklime's also coming along finally. It takes forever. It's such a waste to do it like this. I really should just split the stack and do it that way, but I updated to 1.22.4. So I was kind of hoping that they might have fixed that and that was like a bug and not an intentional feature, but it seems like maybe it's an intentional feature. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and cook this up after I store away this stone. Alright everybody, so our tin bronze is done. Those of you who are paying close attention may have noticed that I was babysitting the quicklime a little bit, because the time it takes for that to reach smelting temperature depends on the stack size. So if I split the stack when it's really hot before it resets the temp from making a new one, I can kind of cheese it and prevent it from taking too long. But we've got 15 ingots here, or well, 15 ingots worth of bronze. And I'm gonna make a pickaxe, a axe, and a shovel, because I need one of each, and then 12 ingots of tin bronze. So this should be enough to keep us going for quite a while, tools-wise. And we're actually starting to run lower on copper than we are on tin now, so that's a good sign, because as we've seen, copper is quite abundant, so we don't really need to worry about running out of it, or at least, you know, completely tapping the copper node that I have and then running out of that. So but yeah, plus we've also got a little bit of quicklime back now too, which is good. So I think I am going to hit a quick sleep, and then it'll be time to forge and forge up some new tools and then get back to building. So I'm going to do that now. Okay guys, so I'm tending to the crops really quickly, and look at this! Dead growing flax, and you can see at the top there, eaten by wild animals, And look at this, the footprints of the culprit. Something is eating my flax. And there they are. Get. Heinous creatures. I honestly had no clue that could even happen. So we'll have to put up a fence or something at some point. That's really funny though, I didn't know that. I was worried that they had frozen to death, because that does happen. They will die if they get too cold. And I thought maybe I'd have to just harvest them anyways and hope for the best. I should get all the seeds back, because they are all at a growth stage where I think I should get all the seeds back at least. But I'm just not going to get much flax from them, and much flax grain, that's the bigger worry, is that I'm not going to get much flax grain from them. But yeah, so anyways, I just thought that was interesting. I honestly didn't know that could happen, so we'll jump into the foraging now. Okay everyone, so I thought I'd actually bring us back for a second here. I've made a whole new set of tools, so I've got axe, falx, knife, I got a new shovel, and I have 2 new pickaxes. And the reason for that is because, like I said, I do want to get started on the story content at some point, and I don't want to push it off for too much longer because it is really interesting, so I'd like to get there. And in order to get there, we got to talk to our boy Wallace here. We're gonna ask him if he knows of anything interesting here. Oh, okay, so they will direct you towards a treasure hunter if you don't have one. So I guess they changed that. I thought they originally changed it to being that any trader would give you the quest, kind of, if you will. It's not really a quest, but it looks like it's actually that they changed it so that the traders will now direct you to a treasure hunter and it seems like you can even pay them gears to find a treasure hunter. So I'm gonna go ahead and run over to our treasure hunter really quick, and then I will be back when we get there. Alright everyone, so we're here at the treasure hunter. Hector, our boy. And then here we go. Yeah, so we'll say the same thing to Hector and he'll tell us that he's got something big for us. Apparently too dangerous for him, but give him a 10 bronze pickaxe and he'll tell us where to go. So we're going to do that, and he will tell us, there's a huge cavern, looming figure, full of treasure and trouble. Here's the map. And to be prepared, and we will be. Well, we won't be. We'll be prepared-ish. We're not going to make any armor or anything, I think. So, we're probably just going to kind of... Well, maybe we'll make a little bit. I don't know. But... Uh-oh. He didn't give me the... Oh, wait. Did he just mark it on my map, or... Huh. He should have given me a letter that I would use. A map. He should have given me, like, an item. But alright, everybody. So we hit a quick restart. This time I'm going to try doing that trick to pull him out of the build and destroy zone. I think that maybe for some reason that's causing an issue. So let me just make sure that he's all the way out of there. Okay, we're definitely outside of the zone now. Yep, okay. Let's see, know of any interesting places? I got this 10 bronze pickaxe. Yes, okay, so that was it. So for some reason there's a bit of a bug with the trader, but once we got him out of here and got him on the dialogue option to actually let us trade the pick, it seems like there was something kind of weird going on with the is he in there or is he not in there? He's like halfway through the door right now. There we go. Okay. I don't know if like drifters and stuff will try to kill the traders if they're outside of their like trading posts. So anyways, we're gonna head back now, but I that was a little messing around. So maybe it's possible that they're gone now. I did see some goats on my way back from on my way towards the treasure hunter. So I'm curious if they're still hanging around there. Yep, there's one. I can see one on my right there. I think I'm gonna try and upset these goats, and hopefully I can get them to follow me. I don't know if there's a second one. I only saw this one, to be honest. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try and herd this goat back to base if I can, and then I'll hit you guys when I'm back. Okay, everyone, I totally lost the goat. I have no idea where it went. It's really hard to move animals through these like really bushy terrains, because they'll just disappear on you, and the snow is kind of not helping considering the goats are white. So, what was that? Was that a footprint? No, that's some lead. There's some lead on the ground. I thought it was a footprint. Yeah, so we're just gonna head back to base, and then I'll show you the map. Okay, everyone, so we're back at base, and taking a quick look at the crops shows me that I think we did manage to fully chase off those little deer that were eating my crops. So that's good. But yeah, there's snow on the ground, so there's snow everywhere now. And now that we have this map, so the first, this is spoilers now, by the way. So if you want to experience the story for yourself, which I would recommend, it's pretty good. It's pretty interesting. I like it. So if you want to experience it for yourself, I would just maybe skip. I guess I'll probably put the time code on screen of what time code you should skip to if you want to avoid getting too deep into the story content. Yeah, so the first location we got to go to is the Resonance Archives, which oh, I can't put this on the floor. Okay, we'll just stuff it in a chest for now then. Which is gonna be, let's see, okay, up here. That's not bad. 1,000 blocks away ish from us. Well, we're a little further south, so it's no, yeah, it's about 1,000. We're at 400, so that's good. But yeah, so we're not gonna head there today, but we will go eventually. TM, eventually, probably next episode we'll go. And it'll be fun. That'll be fun to explore. But for now, we're gonna keep building the house here. And I just got another 32 plaster, so that is gonna really boost us along on the construction. Oh, also, if anybody's wondering why I have all these rocks stacked here, it's kind of intentional. I'm trying to limit myself on making more storage because I want to encourage myself to build this house so I can actually move in. But yeah, so I'm going to jump right into the house building, and then we'll be back when I'm done, or probably when I've broken another 3 chisels. So, time for another temporal storm. I think, possibly. I can't tell. I've been getting the warnings, but, admittedly, I've been electing to ignore them. And, I may end up paying the price for it here, but, we'll see. Now, I am trying to add a couple extra lines with this wood. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we are. I'm trying to add a couple extra lines with this wood, and I can't really tell if it's working, to be honest. I can't tell if I like it or not. So, yeah. There's some things in this build are going very well. Other things I'm kind of like trying to experiment a little bit, and I feel like they're not quite ending up exactly how I would like. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the progress that's being made, though, which is always a good thing. Although it's a little hard to. Here we go. See what I'm trying to do with Dave stomping around outside. That's why my screen is shaking. By the way, Dave is going nuts out there. So. Trying to ruin my happy, fun building time. And yes, the walls are melting right now. That's something that happens. I just wanted to get that put back. I got rid of it because I thought maybe it didn't fit, but I think it's good. I think it should be there. Same with this beam. Maybe I'll add another one like here or something. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe I'll move this one over. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But I'm probably going to be done with the building for now, so I'm just going to wait out this temporal storm, and then I'll be back when it's done. Alright, everyone. So we're back. The temporal storm is over. It's just about getting dark here. And I think now that the temporal storm is over, we'll probably just hop right back into the building. Everyone, so we're taking a short break from the building here. I wanted to show you guys, this is kind of funny. I can actually reach the well water from the inside of the well, which is awesome, so I can fill my water real easily. We're in the deep of winter now. It's really winter now. It's the 5th of December. One thing I hadn't anticipated was that because these blocks are waterlogged, they will freeze actually, so there's actually ice on the block, which is kind of cool. I hadn't thought about that though in winter, so it's kind of killing the vibe of the dock a little bit, but that's okay. I guess that's probably why you would want to raise it like a block of the water maybe, but oh well, what are you gonna do, right? And I think I'm gonna go ahead and harvest the flax, because it is not growing anymore, and it's all cold damaged now. So I think anything that is cold damaged, I'm just gonna go ahead and harvest it. So far, like the carrots and stuff haven't been damaged yet, so I have hope that they might be able to survive throughout the whole winter. I'm not sure how much colder it's gonna get, to be honest, but yeah, I need to take a brief intermission to clean this up a little bit, because I'm about to lose all my flax, and if it dies, I'm pretty sure I'm guaranteed to get the seeds back, but also, oh wow, my scythe is not doing too hot. If it dies, I'm pretty sure I'm guaranteed to get all the seeds back, but I think if it's 8 out of 9, it's also pretty much a 100% chance you'll get all the seeds back. It is not, and we're not getting anything from it either. Yeah, so maybe we don't want to harvest this then. I was kind of hoping that I would get at least some flax from it, but I think because it became cold damage, I'm gonna get like nothing. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I must have... Yeah, so I'm not getting all my seeds back. Well, if it dies, I will get my seeds back, so I think I maybe will just let it die. And then get the seeds back then, so... Because it's gonna be pretty rough. Plus, maybe it won't get too cold that it will survive through the winter. I mean, it's cold resistance until -5, and it's not gonna die until -10, I think. So, hopefully it just won't get cold enough that it'll die, but you never know. In fact, I'm almost convinced probably it will die. But what are you gonna do? I guess while we're at it, a little building update. So I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna make this one room and replace all of this here with planks on the floor, or if I'm gonna separate these two rooms. I think I'm gonna separate them because I'm gonna put the bedroom in here, and then this room will have a lot of windows. I am out of plaster again, unsurprisingly. So, you know, of course, right? Probably this wall needs to be a full wall, actually, so I won't do that. But I think that this is going to be the bedroom here. This will be like the storeroom, so the first room you come into when you get in the house, which is, honestly, that's good. I think that the storeroom is where, right at the entrance, because we're going to be moving a lot of stuff in and out of here. So this is where we'll keep all the tools and stuff. It's looking pretty good though. I still haven't decided about the roof. I'm not sure how I like this yet. I feel like I could maybe make it better, but so far it's not too bad. One thing, okay, I don't feel like killing that guy right now, so I'm gonna just close the door. One thing of note, because of this wall being a half block shorter, the roof is a little bit off-centered, which is kind of upsetting. On the outside, it's all the same. Okay, wow. Dude, that thing is agile. Oh, and here he comes. Get out of here. I also need to do some testing with this hearth. I mean, I'm guessing that if I was to light a fire here, it wouldn't burn anything down, but I'm not 100% certain of that. So I want to be careful and make sure that that won't happen, because I don't know if I trust it fully to not burn down my whole house. Well, it won't burn down like the plaster and stuff, but it will burn in the glass, but it would burn through the entire floor. And I spent a lot of time on this floor, so I don't really want that to happen. Which, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how much payoff there's going to be from the floor not being thick. But I feel like adding that little, I mean, like, you literally can't see it. So maybe it wasn't really worth all that time to do it that way, but I don't know. I think it's worth it. It's worth it because I know that I did it. That's really what it comes down to. Sometimes you just gotta. I'm just doing it to satisfy myself. You know, I need to know that if someone was to look at this house from the bottom, and also it's good to set a consistent pattern. So if I ever do decide to build a house that's one block higher than this one, you know, it'll be consistent and they'll all be the same. And then when you do look, because if it's one block higher, you definitely would be able to see under it. Then you'll be able to see, like, okay, you know, the floor is a little lowered. But yeah, so anyway, that's where we're at. We got a little bit of, oh, we're out of plaster again, which I'm just realizing now. Yeah, I let that get cold again. Dang it. Oh man. Yeah, it's been a rough start to the winter here. I'm hoping that this winter will not be particularly long, at least with the snow. but I mean, yeah, we're deep in winter now. I did manage to kill some ewes and stuff while I was going to get some of the granite cobblestone. I didn't feel like making a rubble hammer, and eventually I caved and made one. I'm sure you guys saw that, but um, you know, I think I wanted to start doing more prep for the story content. The problem is smithing chain is really difficult. It takes a lot of effort to smith chain. So making myself like decent armor would be a pretty big undertaking right now still. So, not to mention I do not have the resources for it right now either. I would need a lot more tin and a lot more copper too, actually. Well, actually, I don't know. But yeah, anyways, I'm probably gonna hit a sleep here quick and then get back to the building. Alright everyone, so after cooking up the rest of the quicklime with the moved, after having moved the hearth here, it seems like we're good. I don't think it'll burn the house down. So, testing complete, it won't burn the house down, as far as I can tell. So, I think it's finally time to, well, not yet. Very soon I'll be moving in. I need to do the roof first still, and I need to do like a chimney, and I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet. Yeah, no clue on that part, how exactly I'm gonna do that. Because one of the mods that I have installed, you may have seen my oxygen bar showing up when I was forging over there. Occasionally, and the reason for that is because I have a mod installed that does volumetric smoke, so you will actually like suffocate if you're not being careful when you're doing your smithing and stuff. So you will actually start to take damage from carbon dioxide poisoning, which is kind of fun. But it also means that every time we put a fire somewhere, we do actually need to vent it to the outside. Otherwise, we risk, you know, dying from smoke inhalation. So, I'm not sure yet how I want to do that, but I will figure it out eventually. So far, this part of the house, once I put the roof on it, I would say, if you look at it from here, it almost looks like something, right? It almost looks like it's like, you know, kind of coming together a little bit, which is really cool. Still, this wall needs to be sunk in that quarter block. Same with both of these walls; they both need to be sunk in a quarter block. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for lighting in here. I think it might be time to make some lanterns, but I don't really have any candles, so I'd have to sift through all my bony soil here, hoping to get some candles. We might be able to buy some wax though, so we maybe aren't cooked there, but yeah. So I thought I'd just check in while I'm here. Tools wise, we're still doing good. And I think though we might be running out of food actually, because I don't know, we've got a decent amount of food left yet. So I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just jump back into the building and keep going on it. Alright guys, so this time lapse is pretty long, so I thought I'd just try to do a little voiceover instead of doing my usual looping a short audio clip. Um, I You'll see throughout this time lapse kind of what I'm doing, but I thought I'd maybe just talk about it too. So basically, I'm just finishing up the outside walls here, and this part I'm mostly focusing on the front wall. Um, but throughout this time lapse, there was a lot of kind of just sitting and looking around and trying to think about how I wanted to do things. So there's a lot of thought going into this too. So now I'm kind of doing the interior of the storage room, trying to figure out how I'm going to handle that half block wall. Because you can't put things directly up against the wall, but through a little quarantine time lapse in here. Eventually, these won't happen anymore once I get a proper setup to grind things out. But you can see here I'm kind of experimenting with those really old wall panels and that come with the Japanese architecture mod, but I never really ended up liking them enough to want to use them, so I kind of scrapped that. Um, and then I'm moving all my stuff in, so this is where I was finally had the storage room to a point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna put all my junk in here now, so I'm kind of moving things back and forth, and it's a little jumpy here, but I got a lot of the stuff that I want to actually keep in that room is in there now, so that was good. And then working on finally getting the roof finished and finishing up the outside walls again. Um, a lot of time went into these walls. This time lapse, I think, this is edited down. It's 30x speed and it's edited down to about 3 minutes. And there was a lot of cutting, so there's probably about, I think it was like 2 hours ish of footage, just under 2 hours of footage that I edited down. So um, that's why this episode is a little short too. Um, I did also want to say sorry for all the really loud mic popping and stuff. I don't have a pop filter on my mic, and my mic was definitely too close to my mouth this time around, but I'll fix that in the future. Um, but yeah, anyways, we're just about to come to the end of it here, so we'll jump back into the video. Okay, everybody. So we're out of time for today. We're also out of food, and I gotta go grab some more water for the well. From the well, I mean. But this is where we're at. So, well, I guess it makes the most sense to start on the outside. Oops, forgot to put that there. Um, so we've moved some things. Our rocks and stuff are going to stay out here for now. A lot of our stuff is going to stay out here for now, actually, but we have moved some things into the house, which is awesome. We have a ton of piglets. In fact, actually, some of the first piglets did grow up, so that's good. We've got a ton of boars now. Same amount of chickens. Yeah, no hens, unfortunately. Or no broody hens because they're not being fed enough. Our crops aren't growing, but they've taken 50% damage, but they haven't died yet. So I'm thinking that there's a non-zero chance we might be able to actually get... It might not actually get cold enough in the winter for them to get completely killed by the cold, which would be good. So we might be able to do year-round growing in greenhouses, which would be awesome. That actually would be perfect. So we'll see about that. I don't know. It's the 9th of December, and it's currently -4°C right now. So they might die, they might not. We'll see. Outside of that, oh, and I'm not watering them, by the way, because they're not going to grow either way, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, this is what we're looking like on the outside. So I suppose I'll close the door to kind of... it's not entirely complete yet, but it's looking very nice. Yeah, kind of, it looks a little funny on the outside too, because like some places there's snow. We're very much so in the deep of winter now. Some places there's snow, some places they're not. It looks a little funny, but that's okay. But yeah, so this is what the outside is almost complete. I need to fill in these 4 blocks with plaster, and then clean up the, add the quarter logs to it, put the roof tiles on, and then I also need to put a chimney here. And like I said, I'm not sure exactly how I want to do that yet, but I'm gonna get there. Which actually, I suppose I could. I don't have a hammer, and I'm not gonna be able to see anything up here. But yeah, so we're looking good on the outside. It's almost done on the outside. The couple walls, so like that wall there, this wall here, and then this back wall especially, are very bland. There's really nothing on them. So I need to figure out what I want to do about that, how to make that not the case, right? But yeah, we've added the hearth in there with the little bit of extension down to the bottom, which I like. I like that. It adds definitely adding something important. And then, yeah, the windows are done. So on the inside here, this is the first room, and this is the only room that is like absolutely 100%. I wouldn't even say 100%. It's like 80% done. So we moved in a little bit. I've moved a bunch of like the junk kind of stuff, so like all the plants and like some of the rocks, and my tools are in here, and then I've got some healing items. The crocs are in here too. Eventually I'll fill up the rest of these cabinets with all of my other junk, but for now I kind of wanted to try to put a little more time into the building. So yeah, we've still got a bunch of stuff out here. Probably like 2 double chests full of stuff out here still, at least, honestly. There's like, yeah, quite a bit of like rocks and stuff, and the fire clay bricks and all that, and then some of the forging stuff is out here still too, because I didn't want to get rid of it. Because I might as well keep it where I'm going to use it, right? So no need to bring that stuff in just yet. Plus, I don't think I'm going to bring this stuff in at all for this stuff. The forging stuff, I want to build a separate building for that. So, yeah. So we've got all the rocks. Yeah, we'll finish moving into this place eventually. I put a little armor stand in the corner here, and then some boots. This armor stand, maybe we'll put another one here. I don't know. We'll see. This room I think is done. Like close to done. Like outside of moving in, I think I'm probably not going to put anything else in here. I maybe will revisit this because it does look kind of funny. I'll maybe put this beam here, take this beam out of the wall here and put it here instead, and maybe here as well instead, so that it looks a little more in place. But yeah. And then in this room here, this is like the hearth room. I haven't done the interior at all yet. And also, one thing I noticed is that the texture doesn't line up on this side, so that's kind of annoying. It lines up on this side just fine. I think maybe I can flip it the other way and then it'll line up, possibly. But, oh wait, actually here, this is done. Let me see about flipping it quick and see if that'll work. Let's see. Okay, so not that way. Does it? Okay, no, so it doesn't matter which direction I place it, it's gonna... Yeah, it'll be messed up anyways. Okay, well it is what it is. I can't really fix that. And then, but yeah, so that's where the hearth is, which I just broke, so I'll have to put it back. Just stack some peat there for now. I've got, this will go away too. I just had that there to block the snow from putting the fire out. And then this is my room here. So this is the bedroom. This is where I'll be sleeping. I'm gonna put some others also not decorated yet, and like this bisecting wall is not finished either. So like this needs to go all the way to the top, and then the roof, like I said, I probably am going to add a bunch of these in there too to give the roof a little more structure and like character. I don't know. I don't know how much I like the beams, like all these like uh, pine boards. So I might do something to cover those up. I don't know yet though. We'll see. And then yeah, this is the bedroom. This will be where I store probably. Well, I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah. So that's the house tour. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. That's going to do it for this episode. I am out of time, and but I did get a lot done today. Did a lot of building. I know it was a lot. Looking back on the recording, it was probably about 4 hours of just straight building. So we'll see how that turns out. But I wanted to thank Physian28 for your comment. Left a comment on one of my videos where I fell in a hole and reminded me that packed dirt existed. And yeah, I kind of forgot about that, but that would have been helpful to get me out of that hole when I was stuck in that hole. But so yeah, thanks for your comment. If you guys ever have anything you want to say to me, feel free to leave a comment. I always appreciate them. I might shout you out too. On top of that, if you managed to make it this far in the video, thanks for watching, and if you could leave a comment, like the video, interact, share, whatever you can do. It's all free and it all helps me out a lot. So, yeah, I upload every Sunday, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys all next time.